This is the trick to Bitcoin and crypto. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why you should have already invested in Bitcoin, especially Bitcoin, and sometime in the next few moments, we are going to see crypto explode in its entirety. Welcome back to the Crypto Bliss channel. Thank you for being here with me on the beautiful, wonderful sunny day here in Cape Town. We are making money together. If you've been in this crypto space with me while we're chilling, while we're on holiday, everybody's just going through Christmas time at the moment. We're coming up to New Year's, but make no mistake that soon we are getting ready to pump. And I'm going to show you the evidence as to why you are still early in Bitcoin and crypto. Thanks for being here with me once again. Let's delve right in. First of all, Mr. Michael Saylor says the system is rigged. Let's hear what Mr. Saylor says.
For a decade, I had spent 20,000. When I found Bitcoin, I was in despair. I had worked for a decade. I had spent 20,000 man years attempting to do everything under the sun. I could not get ahead.
Right.
And I was the same me. I wasn't stupid, right? You look at me and say, well, this is Michael Saylor, worked as hard as he could for a decade and could not get ahead, right? And the most pernicious thing you can do to someone is you make them think that they're just not smart enough, and the reason they're failing is because they're not smart and they don't work hard enough. And then you realize, no, the system is rigged against you.
Precisely. So if you don't believe that, I mean, this man spent 20,000 man hours, so I'm sure you can relate to this particular section of the video that I'm sharing with you here today, because so many people across the world, 8 billion people, maybe there's a few 100,000, few million people that really don't struggle in the world. The rest of the 8 billion people struggle in the world, and they feel exactly the same as what Mr. Saylor is saying here. And you should not transfer your energy over to the system because the system is rigged. Go listen to this video here, my friend. I just did an insane video this week, in the last week for you, that isn't conspiracy theory, but it's actual facts about Bitcoin and the truth. So make sure to go and watch that video out. It is critically important. All right. Bitcoin in 2024, it's too difficult. In 2018, it's too risky. In 2022, it's too expensive. In 2024, it's too late. 2030, Bitcoin hits $1 million. You are never too late for Bitcoin. Okay, I do agree. And why do I say that? Well, I'm going to show you some evidence as to why. Bitcoin is a system. Bitcoin is a system of its own. It is designed to do one thing. Let's see what that one thing is.
Fiat is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, all thinking that they earn for themselves, believing the money they use is a tool of trade, not of control. You have to understand that most of these people are not ready to see it. Many of them are so invested, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they would fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you thinking about cheap money? Look again. Is it? This isn't a free market. No, it is a system designed to do one thing. Take power from us and give it to them. Who are they? Cantillionaires. They can manipulate and steal any value stored within their system, directing us into a dystopia where they say we'll own nothing, but be happy. Within Fiat, they are the masters, and we are the slaves. We've survived by begging for bigger handouts from the money printer, but they are the gatekeepers. We store our hopes and dreams in the tokens of their false promises, and the only way out is to fix the money. Bitcoin. I won't lie to you, Neo. Every other attempt at independent money and every electronic cash has died. But where they have failed, Bitcoin will succeed. Why? I've seen journalists who expose them ruined, watch them defraud us for trillions, and no one went to jail. But their wealth and their power are still based on a world where they must sell their souls, and because of that, they will never be as sovereign or as free as you can be. What are you trying to tell me? I can sell my Bitcoin for millions one day? No, Neo. I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to.
Exit fiat and enter Bitcoin. I fucking love that. If you love that, shout out to Bitcoin Teddy for the video there. And it is a system and it is designed to do one thing. So if you want to get out of the system, get yourself some Bitcoin, because the biggest scam and theft in history is your time. I showed you this in this video. It is fiat versus Bitcoin. It is the truth. Go watch that video. The biggest scam in life is paying taxes on the money you make, paying taxes on the money you spend, and paying taxes on the things you own that you already paid taxes on with already taxed money. It's a fucking scam. Okay, don't believe the fiat system for one moment. Sailor says every Bitcoin you don't buy is going to cost you 13 million, my friend. Think hard. I do agree. I do love that. It's incredible, my friends. Now, there is still time to get some more Bitcoin, because 57% of Bitcoin is owned by individuals like yourself and myself, which is phenomenal, meaning we control the network. The network isn't controlled by the fiat system or the fiat money. Okay, 17.6% of Bitcoin is lost. 6.6% is not yet mined. 5.2% is in Satoshi's wallet. 3.9% in the ETFs. 3.6% in companies. 3.4% in miners. 2.7% in governments. Well, my friends, there's 6.6% of Bitcoin basically left. All right. That's a little bit left, but you can still buy Bitcoin. But the longer you wait, the more you will spend your time, the less time you will have to accumulate the Bitcoin. Now, comparing it to Bitcoin, to gold, which is more destructible on the earth, because apparently always it's the money theme and the energy theme and the destructive theme of those people. Let's just call them those people. World's largest gold mine in Uzbekistan. Okay, look at it. This is the destruction of earth. This is scarring earth. But yet, look at this. The world's largest Bitcoin mine, which is in Texas. Gold mine is in Uzbekistan. And Texas's largest gold mine. Look at what it is. Look at what it's doing. Look at how insane this is. It's all eco-friendly. It's all friendly to the earth, and it gives you energy right back, my friends. Not only that, but yes, we have drawdowns in the cycle. 38% is seemingly the average throughout each dip that we get. So what? The whole trend is going up regardless of the dip. The whole trend is going up regardless of the dip. All right. So with that being said, Jack Mallers says Bitcoin is the only monetary instrument in the history that is of our species.
A 201st floor in Miami's tallest building. If silver's going to 1000x, I will walk into my kitchen right now. I will melt all my silverware and I will sell it at market. If gold is going to rally, Elon Musk will find more on Mars. Bitcoin is, this is a super important point. Bitcoin is the only monetary instrument in the history of our species that is fixed. It does not matter how much more demand comes into the asset class, Kelly. No one will ever be able to make more of it. There are two things I can guarantee you in my life. One, that I'll die, and the other, that there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. And those are what's the two things that I can only value as my life and my Bitcoin. So it is the only fixed supply asset, Kelly. It's not that complicated. It's going to go up because everything else can be issued more. Does that make sense?
Exactly. Everything else can be issued more. So you can get more chocolate bars, more houses, more cups, more phones, more wallets, more water, more food, more everything. But Bitcoin and your life is fixed. I like that explanation, Jack Mallers. All right. Mr. Michael Saylor says, the first nation to print their own currency to buy Bitcoin wins. Ha.
The first nation to print their own currency to buy Bitcoin wins. Right? Like, Tom, look what MicroStrategy did. We basically issue our own currency, our stock, and we buy Bitcoin. What happened? We went from $1 billion to $100 billion market cap is what happened. The first nation to print their own currency to buy Bitcoin wins.
It's exactly just that. The first nation to print their own currency to buy Bitcoin wins. MicroStrategy did it. I'm doing it in my companies, and I hope you are too. For yourself, your family, my friends. Protect yourself against the fiat. Mr. Michael Saylor says, dump your gold, sell all the US gold, and buy Bitcoin. Then trade is free. You will demonetize the entire gold asset class, and our enemies hold gold in their banks, so their assets would go to zero. Our assets would go to $100 trillion.
So the very simple idea is buy 20 or 25% of the Bitcoin network on behalf of the US government, catalyze the development of that world reserve capital network, and then let all the Chinese and the Russians and the foreigners sell all their other assets and buy Bitcoin, and then the money flows into the United States. If you want to put a great twist on it, dump your gold, sell all the US gold, buy Bitcoin, then the trade is free because you could buy 5 million Bitcoin for the cost of the gold. You will demonetize the entire gold asset class, and our enemies hold gold in their banks, so their assets would go to zero. Our assets would go to $100 trillion, and we would control the world's reserve capital network as well as the world's reserve currency network.
As usual, you're painting a grand and
Precisely. So, get rid of your gold, get rid of everything else. I mean, I'm not saying sell everything, my friends, but Bitcoin, as you can see, is definitely better than all other assets on the planet, other than you and your time, okay? Because you have to still spend your time to accumulate the Bitcoin.
But yeah, because once you get Bitcoin and it clicks in your mind, your immediate reaction is, oh, I got to hurry and buy as much as I can because someone else is going to go take all my Bitcoin away from me. So like in 2020, when I started buying Bitcoin, I was thinking, oh no, I got to do this in a hurry because someone's going to figure it out and the price is going to 10x. And I better get it before it 10x's. So, I mean, that's a natural reaction when it finally clicks in your head. Because you're thinking, why wouldn't every billionaire in the world go and buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, smash buy it overnight, and just to make $1 billion? Because why wouldn't they just want to make the $1 billion, or $5 billion or $10 billion or any amount of money? I mean, Bitcoin, it feels like in the early days the infinite money glitch, right? But
the infinite money glitch. How powerful is that? Well, every billionaire will buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, and the supply shock will be so great that we will stop measuring BTC in terms of fiat. That's because Bitcoin will one day be way worth more than $1 billion, my friend. And if it's worth more than $1 billion, well, then one Satoshi is going to be worth $10, okay, at $1 billion Bitcoin. So at $95,000 today, my friend, down here at $95,000 today, you're getting Bitcoin at an insane discount. Use my Bybit link down below, get yourself a $30,000 deposit bonus, and let's go trade Bitcoin. Let's go make some money. Let's go store your time, your wealth, and your value into this beautiful economy of the world. Thank you for being here with me once again on the Crypto Bliss channel, and we will see you on the next one.